Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A Fargo woman is dead after the bicycle she was riding collided with a vehicle in the Riley's Acres area.
It happened around 6 o'clock tonight on County Road 20. Authorities tell us the 56-year-old woman was biking east when she started to turn at an intersection. That's when she was hit by an SUV driven by 31-year-old James Austin of Fargo, who was also traveling east. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Her name will be released following family notification. Austin was not injured.
A sign in the window of an RV parked in the Walmart parking lot off of 13th Avenue South has some people worried it could be a scam.
The owners of the RV placed a sign in the window of the vehicle asking for help. Valley News Team's Katie Opperly visited with the family, who says they do need help after hitting a bump in the road.
We are literally broke down.
A family parked at Walmart in Fargo has a neon sign in their window reading, "Broke down, need help."
The housing, it goes on top of the thermostat. Okay. And it broke when I put the new thermostat in.
David Carroll and his family are from Valley City and say they were just passing through when their RV broke down. He says he is waiting for a part to fix the issue, but also found out he needs a new battery.
This is the battery here I need that goes here that runs a generator. So we can have air and lights and electricity. That's what I'm trying to get until our part gets here.
A Facebook post about the family looking for help received negative backlash, calling the family scammers.
Waiting for until the part comes in and not trying to scam nobody.
Some online even mentioned that they have seen the family before in other locations, saying the family is just taking advantage of generous people in the area. One person we spoke with was skeptical of the post because of other scams that look similar to this situation.
I've never been anywhere else but right here, and this is the first time I've ever done this. We do have a little bit of money to eat on and everything, but not enough to buy the battery.
On the Facebook post, another community member expressed concern, saying the post mentioned a broken water pump, but Carol told us today that wasn't the problem.
You have to get that, it's called a deep cell battery.
Police say the family is free to stay in the lot unless Walmart asks them to leave, but the Carrolls hope to be gone soon.
It'll be here tomorrow. We just gotta stick it out for one more day.
In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
Carroll adds he should be getting the new part sometime tomorrow afternoon, but is still needing help buying that new battery.
Still a nice evening out there and no rain. Hutch, one more day of dry weather?
Indeed, it looks like a beautiful day in store. The high clouds we had with us earlier the day, well, producing an absolutely colorful and fascinating sunset. Temperatures across the region still in the 70s for Fargo, Detroit Lakes, Roseau. And as we head through the overnight hours, we will slip into the 60s, but that's about it. Any clouds will be limited mainly to the Southern Valley and parts of eastern North Dakota. We rise and shine with temperatures in that 55 to 65 degree range. That's a good springboard to allow for a nice first day of summer, which starts tomorrow at about 5:07 in the morning. I'll have details on your hour-by-hour forecast for your first summer of weekend here in just a moment.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
Yesterday, we told you about a local mobile home park that had the water shut off because the park's owner wasn't paying its bills.
Today, another resident at the park reached out to our whistleblower hotline with safety concerns for everyone who lives there, especially children.
Valley News Team's Joseph Ojo spoke to the people in the community who say something needs to be done so that tragedy doesn't strike.
It's what many of the residents in the Brookwood Trailer Park are concerned about. This stop sign here, blocked by a tree, and leaving parents in the area worried about the safety of their children.
They're on their phones or they're not paying attention, they're not looking, and they're too distracted. I guess they believe that the parents and the people are going to be watching the kids and that the kids should be okay where they're at. But kids don't think. They're playing. They expect us to look out for them.
The voice you are hearing is a woman we are keeping anonymous who could face eviction if she is identified.
I've had to stop several times, driving down the road because I've seen children off the side, and I will immediately slow down to 15 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, watch what they're doing, make sure if they've got any toys or whatever, they're staying there. If there's balls, they have them because they can shoot out in a tenth of a second.
She tells us that many of the drivers who live in the neighborhood know about the stop sign behind the tree, but when it comes to people from the outside who drive through the park, They fly down the residential roads with no regard for human life.
I mean, somebody coming through the park that's never been in here may not know that stop sign's there and may not be able to stop quick enough or maybe going too fast.
After seeing this tree ourselves, we contacted the city of West Fargo to see if work can be done to remove it, and they mentioned that due to the trailer park being privately owned, it is not in their jurisdiction to intervene.
I was actually hit as a child at 12 years old, and it was by a woman who was putting a bottle in her baby's mouth. I didn't see her, she didn't see me.
Knowing all too well about the dangers of speeding in the areas where kids play, this woman, along with other residents, tell us that they are speaking out in hopes that action can be taken before something terrible happens.
People just need to be aware that this isn't a place to speed through. You've got to drive carefully and watch for the kids.
In West Fargo, Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live.
We did reach out to the owner of the trailer park for comment, have not heard back on what will be done. This story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. If you need help with a serious issue in your community, call the number on your screen, 701-237-6576, and leave your tip. We'll do our best to get to the bottom of it.
A Moorhead man claims he was scammed when buying a kitten earlier this month. Just a few days into being a new pet parent, Justin Gullickson thought it was the end for his new kitten, Lenny. He's over $1,000 deep in vet bills. Gullickson says he bought the kitten off of Facebook from a woman we told you about last week, Erin Chanot. He says when he reached out to Chanot, Gullickson they're saying the cat was sick. She didn't offer help, just tried to sell him another cat and blocked him on Facebook. Gullickson urges you to think twice before buying an animal on Facebook.
Told the little guy when I got him, because he was in a little bit of rough shape, I was like, I don't care if you're a little rat cat. I was like, you're my cat now, you know. So I just told him that no matter what happens, we're kind of in it together.
We reached out to police and animal control, but they say they are no longer investigating the case. For the full story, head over to valleynewslive.com.
Canada is the second country in the world to legalize the use of recreational marijuana. The Cannabis Act controls and regulates how cannabis can be grown, distributed, and sold. Canadians will soon be able to buy and consume marijuana legally. The drug will also be available to order online from federally licensed producers, and Canadians can grow up to 4 plants at home. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced the legalization will go into effect October 17th of this year.
President Donald Trump discussed trade and immigration today in Duluth. During his Minnesota visit, the president met with local leaders and representatives of the mining and steel industry for a roundtable on protecting American workers.
We have the worst trade deals in the history of the world. We gave away our country, but we're taking it back for our workers, for our companies, for our jobs, for our money, for our taxes. It's incredible. And, you know, we have a lot of friends, but our friends in many respects have been treated us worse on trade than the enemies.
This was Trump's first visit to Minnesota since the 2016 election. The president will be in Fargo next Wednesday.
Engineers have created something for amputees that restores a sense of touch. How it works, still to come.
And doctors are warning you to never shine a laser pointer in your eyes. A young boy did and now has permanent damage. We'll show it to you up next.